my rule of thumb is don't hire someone to do for you what you don't see them already doing. So many people reached out to me regarding this event, was like, bro, you know I'm here. If you need me, I can speak. And I looked through their page and they're not speaking. Why would I let you do on my stage what you don't do on your own? So when I saw, like, Crisha, which many of you know, our COO, so she's over everything. Talking about multiple certifications, business degree, was over all of HR. You actually in our programs, because she's certified in curriculum and course development, she can actually give you credits for going through that system, right? So you're talking about somebody qualified. I saw someone. When I started seeing someone, I was like, yo, she has in her this unique skill. And I was like, all she needs me to do is turn the mirror so she can see how dope she is.
Right, yes.
And she needs to function in her zone of genius where people who are operational, people who are systematic, don't like sales, don't like marketing, don't like content. So like, it's better for her to just be on a team. So I pitched, I was like, in the perfect environment, what would you want to do? Remember that?
Yes.
And what'd you say?
I said, all I want to do is to manage staff, be in the background, and teach.
I said, well, looky. Well, wouldn't I love to have somebody that just want to coach and manage the staff? I asked her what she wanted. I didn't invite her on a journey to be what I wanted her to be. I asked her what she wanted. What is your ideal day? If money wasn't the thing, what would you want to do? What would it cost for you to do that? And I'm listening to see, can I afford it? And I said, you know what? Let's give her the money. Let's also structure some equity stake in certain things. If you're watching this video, you're about to make a whole lot of money. Okay, today, I decided to let you eavesdrop on the Mob Mastermind. It's something that we did this year. We invited our clients to Atlanta, Georgia, and spent 3 days mapping out their entire year. You heard that right. From what they're gonna sell Black Friday next year, this year, their offers, their marketing, their sales, their content. Well, one of everyone's favorite sessions was when I sat with my team and let them eavesdrop on how we actually built the company and some of the things that we're doing. So I'm introducing you to my secret weapons, my client success director for my inner circle, Selina Bornes, as well as my COO, Crisha Bowen. Listen, I think you're gonna enjoy this episode. Let us know if you wanna see more behind the scenes of things that is happening inside the Monetize Online Business Blueprint family. Enjoy today's episode. I wrote down a few questions. Because I was like, just in case, what are the questions people would ask? Why? Because we always trying to create solutions to problems and answer the questions. Each of them met me at different levels of my brand, business, and bank account. Each of them met me at different levels of my brand, business, and bank account. Selina met me when I did not have a brand.
I didn't even know it. I would not have guessed that was like your first time?
Yeah.
Speaking at an event like that. The conference that he was at was in Sandestin, Florida, like he mentioned earlier. And when Marcus, and I keep having to remember to say Marcus because I'm so used to saying PM, Marcus finished his speech, I was like, that boy good. That boy real good. Let me look him up on social media, and I started following him. And so, you know, I met him there, and I was like, just his story, you know, this is when you were promoting Win the Day.
Yeah.
And his story about how he came about, you know, the concept of that book. Started following him, you know, got involved in his programs.
$97, y'all.
Real cheap. And just fell in love with the type of person that he is. As you all know, he goes above and beyond. He will definitely help you succeed. It's not all about him. It's about you. It's about making sure that you're successful. And also the side of him that I liked when I first tried to sign up for one of his higher ticket item programs, he was like, I don't know if I should, I said, how much is it?
Yeah.
Just tell me how much it is and I'll pay it. You know, even though we had a relationship,
yeah,
and he felt a little uncomfortable charging me that amount of money, I was willing to pay it. You know, so it's not like, you know, I wasn't looking for a handout.
Wow.
You know, I was like, no, I know the value that you provide, and I'm willing to pay whatever the price it is that you're selling.
I was super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Anybody has those moments where you in your mind you want the money, but you get ready to ask for the sale, and it's like, I mean, whatever, bro. I mean, it's cool. Come on, show of hands if that's you. You get to that moment, and how much is it makes you back out. I've processed through that. So she met me at a journey where I was $100 for a complete program. Then I think $5,000 and then $2,500. So you're talking about at a part of my coaching journey where I was different in my brand, business, and bank account. Crisha and I met at a part of my journey of my coaching journey where I'm totally different brand, business, and bank account. Making more money, much bigger at this point. Time was of the essence. And like, let's speak to that really quick so we can kind of get the story.
So I met you when you were doing Monetize Your Minutes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to sign up for the program. Couldn't afford it. Like I told you all, it's 7 TT to 1 US. And I reached out and I asked. And I didn't even ask for myself. I had an assistant at that time. I was trying to get 2 for 1. And I reached out and he said, yeah, sure. You could join the program. I believe it was 3 months. It was long.
Yeah.
It was $500.
Yeah.
And he let 2 of us come for $500.
Y'all see why we need wealth rehab? You think about what it takes to go from $100 first program, $500 for what, 3-4 months, so 12-week program. Every week live, to charging people $35,000, $50,000, having a $250,000 consulting contract. The mindset that it takes to go from, I ain't sure, to run me my money.
Right, exactly.
It's not that the money became important. I just started valuing me.
Right, exactly.
I knew what I had to offer. Right? So I want to speak to that. But one of the questions I want to make sure y'all get answered, because it ain't even about us, is how do you identify your team? Anybody been asking that? How do you identify your team? I have nobody's asked that. I want to make sure I'm answering the right question.
We were talking about it at lunch.
So
Exactly.
my rule of thumb is don't hire someone to do for you what you don't see them already doing.
There you go. There you go.
If so many people reached out to me regarding this event, was like, bro, you know I'm here. If you need me, I can speak. And I looked through their page and they're not speaking. Why would I let you do on my stage what you don't do on your own?
Right, exactly.
Right? You earn the right. So when I saw, like, Crisha, which many of you know, our COO, so she's over everything. Like the staff, you name it, I'm not involved with. Like, the best hires come from her. Y'all heard the story. I hired somebody, and the boy quit I can't even say the same day. He quit after 4 hours. He quit after 4 hours. Her hires, perfect, right? Like, on down the line. So she manages and runs all of that brilliant operations. You got to think, you're talking about someone with an MBA degree. This is not someone who's lunch meat. You're talking about multiple certifications, business degree, was over all of HR. You actually in our programs, because she's certified in curriculum and course development, she can actually give you credits for going through that system, right? So you're talking about somebody qualified. I saw someone, when I started seeing someone, I was like, yo, she has in her this unique skill. And I was like, all she needs me to do is turn the mirror so she can see how dope she is.
Right. Yes.
And she needs to function in her zone of genius where people who are operational, people who are systematic, don't like sales, don't like marketing, don't like content. So like, it's better for her to just be on a team. So I pitched, I was like, in the perfect environment, what would you want to do? Remember that?
Yes.
And what'd you say?
I said, all I want to do is to manage staff, be in the background, and teach.
I said, well, looky. Well, wouldn't I love to have somebody that just want to coach and manage the staff? I asked her what she wanted. I didn't invite her on a journey to be what I wanted her to be. I asked her what she wanted. What is your ideal day? If money wasn't the thing, what would you want to do? What would it cost for you to do that? And I'm listening to see, can I afford it? And I said, you know what? Let's give her the money. Let's also structure some equity stake in certain things so I can invest into you. We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell? Whether it's an ebook, an online course, how much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com. My gift to you. You're welcome. Now, many of you, this will scare you because of the way you see money. I knew that whenever you hire, don't miss this major point, you lose money for a period of time and then it explodes and you make a whole lot more money.
Yes.
It goes boom. Oh my God, I need that money back. Woo! Go all the way up. It's a roller coaster ride. For a period of time when you hire, it tanks. You got to train, you got to bring on people, the payroll increases. She single-handedly transformed our entire business. Why? Because now I can think it and hand it off to people to manage it. I'm at my best if I could just think. Now, that's one of the ways you identify a team with Selina. I said, yo, if we are going to support people, we need a program director. What's the first conversation I had about the vision of what I see for your role in like supporting all of our clients?
Oh, definitely just being the first touch point for all the customers. Handling all of the programs in regards to explaining what you guys will be getting in the programs. If you have any questions, I would be your point of contact. Just giving you the whole overview of the plans, just everything program is going to be me. So definitely, and moving forward, whenever he introduces new things, and I'll be the one that be introducing you to the new offers that we have and the new programs that you're going to be rolling out.
Now, why would I do that? Because Selina would do little subtle things like, hey, I noticed that you didn't have such and such and such on your last series. Here, I went ahead and created. Hey, we need a calendar. I was like, oh, yeah, we got to work on that. I already created it.
Exactly.
I saw her doing it already.
Right.
I knew she cared about me. I have a strict company structure where I always pair a heart with a hand. My challenge to Crisha now is, go build and find another Crisha. Right. Go find another you. Because you shouldn't be doing it. You're the heart. Train the hands of someone else so you can free up your time.
Exactly.
Because if you get the ability to think and I get the ability to think, our business grows.
Make a whole lot of money.
Is this making sense to you all? So one of the ways we found each other, it wasn't on the basis of money. It was on the basis of an actual value add. And I led into the conversation as a leader with asking them what they wanted. Right. First conversation I had, I was like, hey, before I say this to you, I love you, we family. I don't want us to get in no argument over no money. How much money you want? Because she make her own money. She's a manager, a boss, make very, very good money already. And that's what I told y'all yesterday. Quality people always have options.
Right.
They don't need you. They don't need their money. You have to offer them more than money. I'm going to lead us to one last thing. I think we need more of this. Y'all need more of this? Like these type of conversations where you can ask questions? Yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
All right. Last question, and then I got a special friend. Oh, my God. Can I introduce the next person? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, last question. Ooh, this is good already. Nah, they ain't gonna want that. They ain't gonna want that. Okay. How do you make the life of a CEO less stressful? Because I think they want to know, like, let's say if you're working with me, what would you need to feel happy? What should they be telling their team? What should they say when they hire their team? I'm talking about the C-suite people, not the people that do the day-to-day work. I'm talking about the C-suite that think it and implement it. What are some of the things they should be telling them? What should they do? What's a healthy environment?
A healthy environment, I'm all about communication, So you definitely need to communicate with your team what it is that you want, what you like, what you don't like, because your team, of course, like Marcus always says, you have to hire people who you know, like, and trust. So if you trust them, give them your vision and let them implement it is one of the things that you have to do, because if you're a micromanager, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to continue to be a stressed out CEO. So if you hire these people because of their capabilities and you feel like you trust what they can do for you, let them do it. Let them do it and present it to you, and then you have the option of tweaking it at that moment. Make sure you hire someone who comes to you with solutions, not just problems and questions. One of the worst things that can happen for a CEO, a manager, is when someone comes to you, you give them something to do, and then they're calling you every 5 minutes. Well, how do I do this? Or what is it you want? Or what is it? No, I gave this to you. You need to handle it. because your job is to help me be stress-free.
Wow. I say to Crisha all the time, and one of the culture rules in our company is I don't know expires when.
24 to 48 hours.
Right.
When we onboard employees, everybody knows I don't know expires in 24 to 48 hours. Why? Because if you come to me and I pay you and you say, I don't know. Well, why 24 to 48 hours? Because you get paid bi-weekly. So you're gonna let a I don't know last 2 weeks and get paid again, not figuring out. And if you drop a I don't know at me, I'm supposed to work to figure it out?
That's what I
Does it make sense? So these are those cultural things of hiring and skill training. I got to say this really quick and we got to wrap up, and I'm going to throw it to Crisha. You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it social media secrets. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode. Y'all hear how peaceful her voice is? I said that thing sound like a hug, don't it? She will say stuff that, and it's easy to hear, hey, I don't think you ought to do that. It doesn't look very good. And it's so peaceful, it's like, yeah, you're right. We have had, throughout this weekend, everything I touched, I messed up. Everything they did and said was right. That's the first time I get y'all that, because y'all only was right once this year.
Yeah.
All right. But I want to throw this to Crisha. Like, what does that look like? What does the trainings look like to create space for a stress-free CEO?
It takes a lot of attention. It takes getting to know the person. So one thing about Marcus, he moves fast. He does a lot. So you have to keep up with his pace. So you learn that rhythm. He likes to voice note you, but you must never voice note him.
I ain't listening to it.
He's not.
Any other CEOs like that? You voice note, but you don't want nobody to voice note you?
Only you. So you get to learn the person, what they like, what they don't like. He's good at sharing vision. So what he will do, because I'm an integrator, he would say, Crisha, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm seeing. So my role is to get the team to do that. So once they send things to me, I am the buffer. Before it goes to him, he has a lot of decisions to make. So both Selina and I try to avoid decision fatigue for him. If we can make it, we will make it, and then bring final choices to him. So you want people that know you well and that can think and that can implement. So he would just be driving in the car. Crisha, I need the team to do da-da-da. I want it to look like la-la-la, da-da-la-la-la, da-da. Okay?
It don't sound like that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, he be driving. What's up, bro? Yeah, Crisha, so I was saying. That is exactly how it sounds.
Right.
So because I've worked with him for a long time and went from client to mentor and like seeing his process, once he gives it off and he hands it off, he's going to forget about it. It's not his responsibility to remind me or to remind the team. It's handed off. Once that message goes, once that email is sent, it's handed off. So now it's my responsibility to take that message and translate it to the team in a way that they could understand, because he speaks high level to me and I now have to disseminate. So like meetings and stuff, he doesn't like meetings. He has a pattern. So I get the meeting before the meeting and then disseminate. So he's like, this is what I'm thinking, this is vision, this is the next 3 months, this is what we're going to do, run it. So you want somebody that can flow with you, somebody that is emotionally intelligent, because I know his schedule, I know he's very busy. Sometimes he's short with responses. I get in my feelings sometimes. I'm not Selena, but I do get in my feelings. So there was one time he said, oh, I was asking something.
You guys gonna tell our business in front of me?
I am, because you be telling it.
That's our time, everybody. All right, go ahead.
It was a membership site. No, we were changing something in the membership site. So I asked, can we do such and such to memberships? I don't know. I don't build membership sites. So that was the response. So I replied, okay, but he knew my okay wasn't okay. So after he sent back another text and he said, I didn't mean, that wasn't offensive. I'm just saying get the team to figure it out. I had to be emotionally intelligent to know, listen, he's not trying to be short.
Right.
He had 3 speaking engagements, just flew back from Mexico. Like, there's a lot going on, and I'm trying to ask about a membership. Like, that ain't high priority. So you have to be emotionally intelligent, know that things aren't personal. It's just a matter of getting it done and efficiency. So you want somebody on your team who does not take things personally. Because you just cannot. The CEO is high level, high intensity, high impact. He is this 24/0. 24/0.
Yes.
So he's always at that level. So sometimes the answers come out sharp. Figure it out.
Right.
I'm like, what do we do?
That's how I go to.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
I don't know. Click. So yeah.
You're making me sound mean to these people. How I say goodbye to you on the phone? Let them hear it. Get off my phone.
Get off my phone.
Get off my phone. Sometimes I just hear click, and that means it's
This how we have fun together.
But I know him, I know his heart,
Exactly.
I know his intentions. So the person that you hire on your team has to know you and how you flow. They can't be sensitive and overly emotional. They have to have emotional intelligence, and that's how we are able to work well as a team.
Here's the last thing I'll say so everyone understands and hears some of this. Some of those things, please don't hear this wrong, and I don't want you to think I don't have a heart. Certain things don't come natural to me, so I have to schedule it. Like small talk, I am one of those friends that I'm not going to text. I'm like the ambulance or the emergency room. Like, I'll show up and be there for an emergency, but if it's just the small talk and then let me tell you what happened. It's like, hey, what's good? What you about to do? What you about to do is kind of like.
Get to the point.
So I had to schedule on my phone. What did I say the other day? I was like, yo, I just want to check in with you because every time I talk to you, it's about business. You good? How's everything? How's your dad doing? Now, it's not disingenuous. It's like memory will forget. Let me check in to make sure. Yes. Hey, how's everything going with this and this? How's everything going with the voiceovers? I asked the question. It's the last thing, and we're wrapping up. I was like, yo, what experiences haven't you had yet that I've had? Remember that? I was like, what experiences haven't you had? I've flown on private jets. I've been to over 50 countries. What experiences haven't you had? And you mind me sharing this? So like, well, I haven't flown first. Say less. Let's do that. So are you sure? Yeah. There and back. Go in the lounge. I was like, go in there and eat up everything. It's free. It's included. Because it's not fair for them to help me build something and I have experiences and don't create opportunities for them to have experiences. Come in here. What did I say? I was like, hold on. What they got you in? No. Let's upgrade that flight.
Yeah.
It is not okay for them to not be okay. All right, we got to stop right there. I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below or any questions you have. Because I want to know from you, has this been beneficial? Has this been helpful? If it is, it helps us to know your experience with the information we're sharing so we can always provide value to you. What is my goal of the podcast? To answer questions that you would type in a Google search box or YouTube or ask a friend or coach. We answer for you for free in our content. So if this has been enjoyable for you, let us know. And make sure that you subscribe and share this with somebody else. I'll see you in the next episode. If you need me, I'll be minding my online business.